Here's the sun. Good morning, you guys. It's a cold one, but it is beautiful. I was laying in bed and I was looking out the back window and saw the sun coming up, and then I saw the mist on the water. I was like, oh, I gotta get out there. And look, the moon is coming up. Okay, well, my hands are getting cold. Took a ton of video and pictures. I love seeing the mist on the water. It's so pretty. And this was a great spot. Big open parking lot. No one came around. There's even porta-johns if you need them. Look what I found in here. These two bums enjoying the warmth of the van.
All 55 degrees of it.
And they just have no idea what they missed out there.
I can see it out the window. Looks pretty.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
You're right. It's 20 degrees warmer in here.
Look at that spoiled cat. Well, we got some breakfast and we're getting the van warmed up. Get ready for the day. And before we pull out, we gotta let the windshield clear off so we can actually see where we're going. And it's dangerous. Steve's quiet. That means that brain of his is going this morning. To downtown Stockbridge now to see the little town, make a quick stop at the library, and then we're planning to do some hiking. Something that's a little interesting is that we checked the forecast last night and it said it was supposed to get down to, what, you said 36 or 37, right?
Yep.
And when we woke up this morning, the temperature on the weather app actually said 33. That's a big difference. So we're gonna guess that overnight it got colder than 33 again. So, can you depend on the weather forecast?
Probably not so much, right? Can't predict the weather, can't predict the stock market. Well, I can, but you normal people can't. I think this is like the second time, at least the second time, where it's dipped into the 30s for us. And we have managed to stay decently warm in the van without any type of heat. I think our thermometer on our Max Air remote fan said 55 this morning, so it's manageable. We were quite comfortable under the blankets, right?
So even with those cold temps, we stayed pretty comfortable. Well, we drove around town a little bit, just taking a look at things, and then we were in the library for a little bit of time. Now we're going to walk around the downtown a little bit.
Whoa, Audra, check this thing out.
Check this. That's a big pumpkin. Alright, we drove a little bit south of Stockbridge to Monument Mountain. We're going to do a little hike. Woolly bear.
All right, we are, like Audra said, at Monument Mountain. It says on the sign that it offers spectacular views of Mount Greylock and the Catskill Mountains of New York State from a 1,642-foot summit.
And what's the hike that we're on?
We
Hemlock Trail?
are on Hickory Trail.
Hickory. Not the poisonous.
0.9 miles up, and then I guess equal distance coming back. I think that's how it works.
Possibly. Depending on, unless you're us and we get lost. Alright. And now we have reached the upward portion. Get a little bit of a morning workout. Feeling it already.
I know a lot of terms, a lot of words come down to semantics. They mean different things to different people at times. But the word hike, I am growing to not like that word. This fella here that you're looking at, that's on your screen right now, I would classify him as a walker, not a hiker. Hiking, I don't care for it.
I, on the other hand, love hiking. I like the challenge. I do have my limits, but I guess I'm just thankful that Steve humors me and will come out on a hike since he doesn't like hiking. Who doesn't like hiking? Weirdo.
I mean, guys, look at this nonsense.
Look at that cool rock over there.
Supposedly, bears come up here to hibernate. That's the rumor. But I tell you what, I don't think there's any bear alive dumb enough to climb up this steep hill to go to sleep.
Look at this cool rock with the ferns growing on it. And I think there's a bear cave down there. But look at all these pretty leaves.
Oh, look. Steve and Audra.
We've reached the rocky section. Probably Steve's favorite. You can do it, Steve. You can do it.
This makes me think of our friends Joyce and Daryl from Learning to Travel on YouTube. They like this type of thing, and they probably do this type of hike before breakfast. Ugh. 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 Ugh.
So, what are we doing now? Where are we?
Well, here we are. That's what that says. And I only assumed that that meant it's going to take us to Inscription Rock, that there would be some sort of view here. And as I look through my peepers, I don't see anything but trees.
Yeah, I don't...
Can't see the forest through the woods, or the woods through the forest, or...
So I had let Steve choose the trail, knowing that he doesn't like doing big hikes. So I think he thought when we got here this inscription rock would be an overlook, but it's actually just a rock with an inscription on it. So we're going to have to go a little bit further if we want to do the higher peaks, I think, and then we have to choose if we're going to keep going and do the bigger loop or just go back how we came. This is the exciting inscription rock. So poor Steve, he's got to hike more, but hopefully it'll be worth it. We got this, Steve. We got this. Well, here's our first view. Not too shabby, right?
Helicopter would have been a lot easier.
Next time we'll hire a helicopter, okay? Not a bad view, right, Steve? So, are you feeling the same way?
It's nice. You have a very nice view of a solar field.
Way to focus on the negative. Well, he's not lying. That right there is a huge solar field. I guess you could pretend it's a pond or a lake. It definitely felt great to get out and do some hiking on such a beautiful day, and to feel the accomplishment of reaching the top with the views stretching for miles. I think it was the perfect fall day. So we've changed plans a little bit. Instead of going back the way we came, we are doing the loop. So I think that's just under a little under 3 miles. I took one for the team and headed up the path for Devil's Pulpit Overlook to evaluate if it was worth Steve also making the effort. I determined that it was indeed. This is cool. All right, now we're talking.
All right, this made it worth the effort.
I'm glad. Yay. All right, we got through the red trail, the Piscauso Peak Trail, and now we're gonna go on the Mohican Monument Trail, back to the van. All right, we're almost to the finish line. We did it, Steve.
We did it.
And are you glad we did it?
Yeah.
Look, there's our van. We did it. Well, we did it, and I quick made some sandwiches, and now we've got to get on the road because we have somewhere else to be.
In 300 feet, turn left. Take the next left onto US 7 North.
Well, we're back on the road. That wraps up our time in Massachusetts. And the big question of the day, what did Steve think of the hike?
Well, the views were pretty nice. Leaves changing color. It was very beautiful. But like with any of these moderate to severe or extreme hikes, they would do so much better if they just installed an elevator.
Of course. I agree. Definitely. Anything else? That's it. Would you give it a rating?
In the fall like this, got to take one van away because of the lack of the elevator, so I'll give it 4 out of 5.
And there you have it. All right, so my review, if I were our friend Christina, I would deduct a van because there was no waterfall. But because there wasn't supposed to be a waterfall, I will not count that against it. But I still give it 4 vans because, number one, you had to pay to park. It was $6, which is not a deal breaker. It's not the end of the world, but still not great. We like free. And I thought the hike was nice. The leaves were pretty. But the view from the top was okay. It was nice, but we have done much more dramatic hikes before where you got to the top and it was just a little bit more breathtaking. So I'm glad we did it. It was a great hike, but 4 vans is my official rating. All right, well that wraps up this episode. We hope you've enjoyed coming along with us in our little visit back to Massachusetts. We're gonna continue our journey, head back to New York. Please hit that like button and leave us a comment. We love hearing from you and it helps the algorithm on our channel. Tell us, are you Team Steve or Team Audra? Team pro hike or anti-hike? And then also let us know your favorite fall foliage color. We'll see you next time. A quick thank you to all our patrons. If you enjoy our videos, please consider becoming a patron yourself by using the link on the screen that we've also included in the video description, along with other information about this episode. Thanks in advance, and we'll catch you on the next one.